Hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. My name is Jen. I am your journey architect slash transformational life coach, and I'm here to share with you a little bit about my journey. We are coming to the end of June, and that means that this was the time for the mid-year reset. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I did for my mid-year reset, and then I want to kind of take you along with me for the rest of the journey. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about figuring out what you want your goal to be, and then in the next couple of videos we'll talk about the planning and preparation for how to accomplish those goals. And then I will be bringing you along with me to see how I do and coach myself through my everyday life. So let's get started. All right, friends. So, the first thing that I do when I'm working with a client or walking myself through this process is figure out what it is that I want. Because oftentimes I will hear from my clients or a friend or somebody in my vicinity that they're like, I am unhappy, but I don't know what I need to be happy, or I don't even know what happiness looks like for me. I will often ask that question, especially with my clientele. They'll come to me and say, I want to be happy, or I want a life. I'm dissatisfied with my life. And when I ask, okay, so then what does happiness look like for you? What does the life you're looking for look like for you? They won't have an answer for me. So the first thing that you want to do is kind of review where you are right now. And then looking through that list, what are the points that you dislike and the changes that you're looking to make? So for me, when I was reviewing, I was finding dissatisfaction in my current health situation. And I was finding dissatisfaction in the amount of time that I am able to give to my career. Because I do also have a current like 9 to 5 day job, and I do coaching in my spare time and on the weekends. And I am looking to do a little bit of a swap. I would much rather have maybe a part time job and more career focus for me on my own business. And excuse me. And when it comes to health, my health goals, I am just simply tired of always feeling tired, um, out of breath when walking upstairs or outside, and the inability to feel safe. So, like, if I was unfortunate enough to find myself in a situation where I needed to get away, I don't have faith in myself that I'd be able to do it. And those are things in the world that we live in that I actively think about and want to change. So I want to be able to, protect myself and run away if I need to, or be able to just walk around with my friends without feeling like I can't breathe. I very much feel like these are grasp or things that are within my grasp that I can fix and change. I simply have not been dedicated to making the active changes that were needed. So some of that came from my not having a specific, like, specified goal. Some of it came from not giving up the things that were keeping me stuck in a similar pattern. And some of it came from not having accountability. So, the way that we're going to move forward now is we've all heard of SMART goals. And for some people, SMART goals are perfect. They work for them. They are, if you've never heard of what the term SMART goals is, it is a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time based goal plan. For me, I found out about and started leaning more into hard goals because they're more emotion driven, and I am a more emotional person. Sometimes, if you give me a task list of things to do, I can check them off, but it won't be consistent because I'm not emotionally invested in what's happening. It's like, yes, I can go and I can do this workout and I can put in this time, but like at the end of the day, if it's not emotionally connecting for me, the second my brain is like, you don't have to do this, I'm going to be like, you know what? You are right. I don't have to do this. And I'm going to stop. My plan is going to fall to the side. My desire for like the reason behind the the goal is just not going to be as sharp anymore. I'm going to talk myself out of it because your body and your brain are constantly looking for the easiest way out. What is the easiest path? That is going to be one of the hardest things to overcome, especially if you're looking to add in new habits or systems. Overcoming your brain's desire to take the path of least resistance. So I instead am going to be working with hard goals, which are heartfelt, animated, required, and difficult. Now, the thing with hard goals is you don't actually do them in that exact order. So, the first thing you want to look at is animated. And this means taking some time to vision, to dream up what does your perfect life look like? And this is one of my other favorite exercises to do with my clients. It's one of my personal favorite exercises to do for myself as well, because for the longest time, I've never let myself dream. I didn't let myself envision a life better than what I was currently living because it felt too painful. So now that I have finally been able to get myself out of that thought process and into a world where anything is possible, I love this portion of the goal finding process. So you want to sit down, and once you've done your review, once you've looked over your current process, your current situation, found the moments that you're dissatisfied with, and now you get to envision how you want to change them, right? So for me, I looked back at my health journey, realized I was dissatisfied with my inability to climb stairs or walk up hills or walk around without getting out of breath, and my inability to run away should the need arise. And now I'm going to envision, okay, so what does the outcome of this look like? Maybe it is me running a marathon one day. Maybe it is me simply being able to, there's actually a like old miners shaft thing here in Colorado that people will like, it's a very large set of stairs that people will go and just like run, they will run the stairs or just climb the stairs, and it's really like a really challenging task, and that's actually something that's been on my bucket list to do since I moved here. So maybe I climb those stairs twice in one day. I feel like that's pushing it, but like I like to dream big. Maybe it is simply being able to go back to a lifestyle that I had previously where I was simply more active and I wasn't tired all the time. I wake up in the morning and I feel rested and refreshed and ready to go for the day. And I'm outside being active and my energy levels stay high all day. Like that is what I'm looking for. That is my dream day. So like my dream day fitness wise, let's just use this goal. My dream day fitness wise is I wake up in the morning, I have a little breakfast, I go and do I have a Peloton, which I love. So I do like a ride on the Peloton, and then I go out and I play, like goof off playing basketball for a little bit during the day, and then go for a little walk around my neighborhood, get a margarita from somewhere, come back, go to the pool. And the entire time I feel energized. That is a perfect like physical day for me. So that's what it means by animate. Now, and you can do this for different time frames, right? You could do this for like 3 months from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Like you can do it at a time frame that feels comfortable for you. So that is step one with animate. And then step two is the emotional connection behind it. Finding your why is kind of how I like to break this down. Why is this so important to you? Why is it so important to accomplish this for you? What what do you lose if you don't do this for yourself? So for me, if I don't get myself healthy, if I don't follow through on this goal that I have to get my health under control, my lifespan will be shorter. I won't be able to be there for my family later on. I can't be as present for my friends and my partner as I would like to be. I don't get to have as much fun because I'm tired all the time, right? So, like for me, it's really important to go and make this happen because I want to be the best version of myself. And in my present state, I simply cannot be that person. So that is like the why behind what I'm trying to do. And my other goal of committing more to my career and my clients is that job fills me up. It fills me with so much passion and joy and happiness. Being able to help people figure out their way through what I like, the mess of their life, or just the frustration of not being able to figure a way through, especially as someone who has been there, to be able to help other people do that, it literally it feeds my soul. So I want to be able to help other people find that passion and that feeling. And by helping them, they help me. So that's my why there. I want to help other people find the freedom and the joy that I have been able to find. And anybody who has been where I was, I want to help them understand that there is a way out. Like there is a way through, and you absolutely can do it. And I am here to help you do it. I've been there, I've done it. Let's do it together. And like that is the why behind my desire to be more in my chosen field. Just because the way that like that there is nothing that matches that feeling, being able to help someone else, there's nothing that matches that feeling. So I want my cup to be full, and I want to be able to fill other people's cups too. So those are the two whys behind my goals. And if you struggle to find a why, then in reality you haven't found the right goal. Or maybe there's like that's the surface level of it, but the actual reasoning behind like the goal that you're setting is just one piece of the puzzle, and you need to like dive deeper. So ask, like when you are asking yourself, well, why do I want this? If you can't find a strong why, then you need to revisit your goal. Step number 3 is difficult. So that really just means, what skills do you need to develop to be able to reach these goals? What is the like essentially this is a self evaluation at this point. Um, do you need to develop more discipline? Do you need to develop more technical skills? Like if you want to do something like photography, if you want photography to be your business, do you need to develop your photography skills? Do you need to go to a class? Do you need to get an online class? Do you need to find a mentor? Like, what are the things you need to do and develop so that you can reach this goal? For me, I might look into getting a personal trainer. Now, I'm not saying you have to spend money to do these things. A lot of it, there is YouTube Academy that you can go to, that a lot of great people have put a lot of great information on the internet. And if that is a way that you are able to learn, I behoove you to do so. I beg you to like utilize the tools that are free and in front of you before sinking money into something that you might not need to. There could be a way to do it without spending any additional funds, because oftentimes this is the moment when that path of least resistance thought process will come up in your mind. Your brain will be like, oh, well, I can't do anything until I have the money to be able to take the class. Okay, is that true? Like, for my fitness journey this whole year, I like the first 6 months of this year, I've been putting a lot of time and effort into getting back to a version of myself that feels like home. Like, I haven't felt at home in this body. So I've been putting a lot of time and effort into figuring out how to get back home. And there were parts of me that were like, okay, well, I'm going to get a personal trainer. But then I didn't have the extra room in my budget for a personal trainer. And I was like, no, but I can't do it without a personal trainer. That's the only time I've ever been successful, is when I had a personal trainer, which is not true. That was a time that I was extremely successful. Yes. And I believe every coach needs a coach, and having guidance is one of the most helpful things that you can do, especially if it's not something that you have your finger on the pulse of every single day. But I have tools at my disposal. Like, I am lucky enough to have a building that has a gym in it. I am lucky enough to have had the ability to rent a Peloton and have access to this tool that has also helped me in the past, and is something that I thoroughly enjoy, because finding enjoyment in something that is difficult is the first thing that you can do. Like, find something that you find fun. So if dancing your butt off to music in your house is something that you find fun, you can do that. And that can be your start. And that is the cost of your music service. And there are some that are free. So it's not like you don't have options. You have options that are no cost to you or low cost to you before you sink big money into the big things. And even when it comes to nutrition, you need to be really careful about the information that you take. But if you even start off with a simple, I need to be in a caloric deficit so that I can make sure that I'm eating enough food but not overeating. There are ways that you can, at no cost, find plans that will work for you. Using like Chat GPT, for example. If you know the right prompts, you can find a lot of information that way. If you are interested in hearing what some of those prompts could be, please leave a comment down below, and I'm happy to share the knowledge that I have with you on that. There are many options out there that are low cost or no cost to you, so that you can continue moving forward and not get stuck in the thought process of, oh, well, until I have XYZ, I can't do ABC, which is not true. You can take a step forward and then make adjustments as you go. So, again, D, difficult. What skills do you need to develop to be able to continue on this path? And then finally, required. This is kind of the like T in SMART goals. This is the time bound element here. What is required with, like, you give yourself a time frame, right? So let's say for me, I give myself 30 days. What is required of me in the next 30 days so that I am 1 to 2 steps forward on my health journey? What's required of me in the next 60 days, 90 days, the next year, the next 2 years? What is required of me to get from where I am right now to where I want to be? And then my favorite part, what is one step you can take today to get you started? So those are the first few steps that you can take in this life prep plan. So the first thing you want to do is review and take stock of what you're dissatisfied with. Then that's where the hard goals breakdown will come into, and that is heartfelt, animated, required, and difficult. So that's when you go, where do I want to go? Why am I trying to get there? What do I need to develop to get there? And what do I need to do to make sure that I get there? And then we're going to pause here and see what comes out of that in our next video. So do that first process. And I do have a life prep packet that you can download by clicking. I'll leave the link in the description. You can click the link in the description, go ahead and get it downloaded and get started. The first page is the Wheel of Life, where you kind of take stock of where you are right now and then move through the rest of the process from there. All right, so I will see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. Once again, I'm Jen, your journey architect and transformational life coach, and I hope to see you soon.